Hari Om Namaste. Today I'm going to read Volume 2, Book 2, Rudra Samhita, Part 5, Chapter 37. Shankachuda fights with the full contingent of his army in the Shiva Puran. Om Vakratuna Mahakaya Surya Koti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kulamita Sarvakaya Susharo. Om Ekadantaya Vidmi Om Vakratunda Hitimano Danti Puchoram. Yadevi Sam. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Deva Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Brahma, Tasmai Shukra. Hari Om Tat Sat. Sanat Kumara said, then the gods were defeated by the Danavas, their bodies were wounded by weapons and missiles, terrified, they looked to flight. So terrified, they took to flight. Returning to Shiva, the Lord of the universe, they sought refuge in him. In agitated words, they cried, O Lord of all, save us. On seeing the defeat of the gods and others, and on hearing their cries of fear, Shiva was greatly infuriated. He glanced at the gods sympathetically and assured them of his protection. With his brilliance, he enhanced the strength of his gunners. Commanded by Shiva, the great hero Kartikeya, son of Shiva, fought fearlessly with the host of Danavas in the battle. Shouting angrily and roaring like a hero, the Lord, the slayer of Taraka, killed 100 Aksauhins. In the battle, clipping off their heads, Kali, with eyes like a red lotus, drank off the blood and devoured the flesh rapidly. She fought in diverse ways, terrifying both the gods and the Danavas. She drank the blood of the Danavas all round. Seizing 10 million elephants and an equal number of men, with a single hand she playfully thrust them into her mouth. Many thousands of headless bodies danced in the battlefield. There was a great tumult that terrified the cowards. Again Kartikeya became furiously angry and showered volleys of arrows. He struck crores of leaders of the Asuras within a thrice. The Danavas, wounded in their bodies by the numerous arrows of Kartikeya, fled in fright. Those who remained were killed. Virasa Parvan, Viprasiti, Danda and Vikampana fought with Kartikeya by turns. Mahamari also fought. She was never routed. All of them afflicted by Kartikeya's spear were wounded. O sage, Mahamari and Skanda won the battle. Big war drums were sounded in the heaven. Showers of flowers fell down. On seeing the wonderfully terrible fight of Kartikeya that caused wastage in the rank and file of the Danavas like natural disasters, as well as the harassment and havoc wrought by Mahamari, Shankachuda became furious and himself got ready for the battle. He got into his excellent aerial chariot that contained different weapons and missiles that was set in diamond and that encouraged and embodied the heroes. Shankachuda drew the string of the bow upon his ear and discharged volleys of arrows from his seat in the middle of the chariot. He was accompanied by many heroes. His volley of arrows was terrifying. It could not be withstood. A terrible darkness spread in the battlefield. The gods, Nandishvara, and others fled. Only Kartikeya stayed behind in the battlefield. The king of Danavas showered mountains, serpents, pythons, and trees, so terrifying that it could not be withstood. Oppressed by the shower, Kartikeya, the son of Shiva, looked like the sun enveloped by thick sheets of frost. He exhibited many types of illusions in the manner indicated by Maya. O excellent sage, none of the gods or gunners understood it. At the same time, the powerful Shankachuda of great illusions split his bow with a divine arrow. He split his divine chariot and the horses pulling it. With a divine missile, he shattered the peacock too. The Danava hurled his spear as refulgent as the sun fatally on his chest, whereat he fell unconscious by the force of the blow. Regaining consciousness, Kartikeya, the destroyer of heroic enemies, mounted his vehicle of sturdy build, set with gems. Remembering the feat of Lord Shiva accompanied by Parvati and taking up weapons and missiles, the six-faced deity fought terrifically. With his divine missiles, the son of Shiva split the serpents, mountains, trees, and rocks. Everything furiously. He prevented a conflagration by the missile of cloud. He split the chariot and the bow of Shankachuda playfully. He split his armor, coronet, and the vehicles. He roared like a hero and shouted again and again. He hurled his spear, refulgent, like the sun, at the chest of the Lord of Danavas. At the blow, he fell unconscious. That powerful Asura got rid of the affliction in a muhurta and regained consciousness. With a leonine vigor, he got up and roared. He bit Kartikeya of great strength with the spear, not making that spear a gift of Brahma. Futile, Kartikeya fell on the ground. Taking him on her lap, Kali brought him near Shiva. By his divine sport and perfect wisdom, Shiva enlivened him. Shiva gave him infinite strength. As a result of that, the valorous Kartikeya stood up and felt inclined to go to the battlefield. In the meantime, the heroic Virabhadra of great strength fought with the powerful Shankachuda in the battle. Whatever arrows were discharged by the Danava in the battle were split playfully by Virabhadra by means of his own arrows. The Lord of Danavas discharged hundreds of divine missiles. The valorous Virabhadra split all of them by means of his arrows. The valorous Shankachuda became infuriated and hit him on the grounds. Regaining consciousness in a trice, the leader of the gunners, Virabhadra, caught hold of his bow again. In the meantime, Kali went to the battleground again at the request of Kartikeya to devour the Danavas and to protect her own people. Nandishvara and other heroes, the gods Gandharvas, Yakshas, Rakshasas, and serpents, followed her. Drum bearers and wine carriers accompanied them in hundreds. Heroic warriors on either side were active again. Footnotes. No footnotes in this chapter. Here ends today's reading of the Shiva Puran. Om Prabhuparandanatam, Vibhumbeshwaratam, Jagannatanatam, Saranantapajan, Bhutipitam Bhueshwaram, Bhutanatam, Shivam Shankaram, Shivameshanamde. Om Kapura Gauram Karanavartaram, Sansarasaram, Mujagendrahadam, Sadhavasantam Hridarvinde, Bhavam Bhavami, Saitam Namami, Om Nama Parvatipate, Hara 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 Mahadev Ki Jai. Om Hum Jum Samprabhasam Trambakame Jame Sugandam Vishtivardhanam, Urvarakam Ivapadam Minichum Mukshamamatatum Swaha Boom Sajum Om. Hari Om. Janti Mangala Kali, Padra Kali, Kapalendra Gagashma Shivatas. Om to Mata Chipitatum, to a Bandusha Chasakatum, to a Vidya, Dravinang to me, to me, Sarvam, Devadevam, Shanti Shatish. Hari Om Tatsat.